Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Hellbound Season 1, Episode 5. I already watched the first episode of Hellbound of this Season 1. If you want to see my reaction videos about this episode, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. I said it, during the intro of the last episode, you're not allowed to watch my reaction videos about Hellbound. Clearly, is it gonna stop me, to react to this show? Not at all, because truly, I love it. I fall for it really quick. I think that it's an amazing show for the story, for the deep subjects that it explores, also for how it's done. It's clearly so well done, so well filmed. It's realistic and all. It's so cool. For me, this show deserves to be known a lot. I mean, if you guys, you love shows like Midnight Mass, like horror shows and stuff like that, it can please you. If you love suspense shows, but also action shows, if you like puzzle shows, it can please you. If you like to discover new stuff, by the new generation of shows, all of these Korean shows which are like that, which are really exploring different things, it can be for you. Like really, for me, this show has a lot to offer for the story, for how it's done. It's really amazingly well done. So I don't know, in fact, why people don't know about it. It's a little weird. And even more, I talked about it in a live session, during a live session with some of you guys on Patreon. In France, I have the impression that when this show was out, people were talking about it, at least that I saw publicities, advertisements, about it. And you, into your countries, you never heard of it, so it's a little weird. Maybe they tested it in France, like into your countries you had other shows being tested first, at least for all of the advertisements and stuff like that. I really don't know, but I'm surprised that not a lot of people knows about it because of the advertisements that I saw in France, and also because truly it deserved it again. Just if I say to you that the guy who is doing it is the same guy than the movie Train to Busan, you should watch this show only because of that, at the beginning of it. If I'm telling you that it's a mix between an horror show, an action show, a suspense, psychological show, a realistic show and a puzzle show, you should watch it even more. It's violent, for sure it's violent, it's rough to watch, it's not so easy to watch, it's not something that you watch, to think of nothing and all, clearly, but it's good, it's really good. You should watch it! And I think that you understood it, even if I don't have a lot of views on these videos, I'm gonna continue to watch it this season 1, and I really hope that through me, people are gonna discover this show and are gonna understand that this show is amazing, and are gonna talk about it, and that for the season 2, I would have more people, to watch my reaction videos about it, not because I want more views, because I want really more people to know about this show. I want to promote this show, like, it's good, guys, watch it, you have to. Okay, about what happened during the last episode. It was after a time jump of 4 years. Clearly the 3 first episodes were there to put the context of this cult, of what was happening and all. It was a good idea, and right now, time jump, 4 years later, this cult really took an important place into that society. Everyone is afraid not only of these shadow creatures but also of this cult, what they can do, and the arrowhead and stuff like that. Other people died because of this creature. I think that also other people died because of the cult and the arrowhead, who made themselves the judge and the ones applying the punishment just, by themselves. I think also that psychopaths and all they used all of that to kill people, you know. And we had also now a law firm which is working against the cult to help people who are condemned by these creatures to take care of their bodies, to make a story around the fact that they disappeared, just, you know, to protect their families and to be sure that their families are not going to be attacked and all, and that everyone is going to be alright. The guy from the debate that we saw during the last episode is into that law firm, but also the lawyer from the first episode. I really don't understand how it worked. How can it be possible? We did not have news about the detective that we had during the 3 first episodes. I hope that we're gonna see him again at some point. I really hope so. We'll see. But yes, right there we saw someone who called that law firm being killed and everything about him, you know, they took care of it. Now, the big thing about the last episode and all of the questions that I have about the last episode, it's about that baby, that newborn baby who was just condemned to die. How can it be possible? Maybe it was fake and it was a fake angel and stuff like that. Maybe it was truly these shadow creatures, but it would mean that this cult found a way to communicate with these shadow creatures, to tell them to target someone, because right there, that baby was surely targeted because of what the father did, you know, because of the fact that he was so mean with that cult guy. But if it's not the case, in fact, that baby was targeted randomly. I really don't understand how it can function. And again, you know, for the rules of this universe, it's working. People are being targeted like that randomly. For the rules of this cult, for now it's not working, because what they are advertising is the fact that people are being targeted because of their sins. Now they're gonna have to change the narrative, you know, the story, and they're gonna have to say that not only people can be targeted because of their sins, but also kids, babies can be targeted because of what their parents did. It's to create a new fear that you did that. Did you really do that? For me, you know, since then I really thought that the creatures were taking people randomly like that. The fact that this baby was targeted, it's going with that idea, but it can't be a coincidence with what happened before, so it means that something else is happening, that the cult intervened. They found a way to communicate with these creatures, or it was fake. It can't be something else, you know. I'm really disturbed by that baby thing. Now I think that this producer, the father, is gonna try to contact the law firm. But at the same time, I'm afraid of the mother trying to contact the cult and the cult transforming that, you know, into that new fear. Your kids can be targeted because of your sins. You know, we already saw that little girl confessing the sins of her own father on television. So now, the fact that this cult is encouraging everyone to confess their sins, so maybe they're not going to be targeted by the old creatures. The fact that they turned into a museum, the place, you know, where the mother into the first episode died, it's awful. Only mad people can do something like that, clearly. It's truly awful. Oh, during the last episode we didn't have the arrowhead guy. Oh, yes. He's so annoying. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't notice it before. Okay, let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, you can see that I'm a little reactor and that I don't have a lot of views for these videos of Hellbound. So if you want to support me, to thank me because I'm reacting to it, you have my Patreon, and you have extended reaction part for these videos on my Patreon if you want that. And you just have to subscribe to the level 2 for these videos of Hellbound if you're only interested, you know, by my reaction videos about Hellbound. It's the best way to support me. If you can't, I understand that, and you can support me right there on YouTube by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, that kind of stuff. if you can be interested. Let's go for this episode! I want new informations. I want to understand what is happening with that baby! How many of these demonstrations did you film?
여기 김영석 주인 불법 도박장을 운영하고 있었습니다. 그렇게 고지를 받았음에도 불구하고 자신의 죄를 고한 게 아니라 도망을 쳤어요.
Already nothing like the first leader of the cult. He wants power to show that he's powerful, so because of that he's violent.
봐! 네 가족들을 봐! 이 시험을 당신의 가족들이 지켜보는 데서 받아들이세요. 어? 지옥으로 떠나자!
You're not condemning him. These shadow creatures are. I believe you! I'm not even sure you know about the gambling thing, like... No matter what, they are not targeted because of sins. But it's not only random now. Here's a baby. Hello! It's so savage each time.
시청률은 어때요?
실시간 시청률 89.3%입니다.
People are awful, you know, to watch that. I mean, the first time you can be like by curiosity to be sure it's real, but right there you know.
지옥에서 영원한 고통을 느끼며 네가 지은 죄를 생각하고
You don't know that! Like, that it's about hell, that they took him, they burnt him, yes. They are coming from somewhere else, yes. From hell, they took him with them? No! I hope that they didn't follow you, the cult. It's a Hellbound.
근데 어떻게 하는지 귀신은 기억나지 못하고요. 누구한테 연락이 왔던 거죠? 그 소문을 맡았던 고지당한 사람들이 세계한테 발견되기 전에 증거시켜준 사람들이요.
Okay, so it's a rumor. A lot of people know about it. Okay.
그래서 제가 그랬죠. 아무 생각해보고 있다가 그리고 얼마 후에 인물들 방에 고지나 시연이 주인들에게만 일어난다는 건 새 지위의 거짓말입니다. 이 일들은 초자연적 원인에 의한 재난에 가까워요.
Thank you. I think the same.
당신들이 고지받은 사람을 숨겨주고 있다는 겁니까? 네. 그놈들의 먹잇감을 끊는 일이기도 하고 무엇보다 유가족들이 낙인 찍히는 것도 막아야 하니까 당연히 전부 다 찾아낼 수는 없어요. 공개된 장소에서 고지받은 사람들이야 금방 신상이 알려지죠. 그러니까 새 진료의 놈들하고 시간 싸움이 되는 거고
Sooner than the cult.
새 진료의 왜 특정 단어를 반복 검색한다거나 하는 그런 몇 가지 패턴들을 보고 고지를 받았다는 의심이 들면 우리가 접촉을 시도합니다.
Ah, you found a way.
새 진료회가 만들어놓은 뒷문을 역으로 우리가 좀 빌렸으면 거죠. 우리 조직원들 어디에나 있거든. 경찰, 통신사, 포스터.
It's cool. Tell them about your baby.
이거 요즘 너무 위험한 거 아닙니까? 전 세계 반이 새 진료의 신도들이네요.
They are the resistance.
고지받으면 어떻게 할까요? 아마 우리부터 찾게 될 겁니다. 도와주십시오. 김영석 김광석 주인이 이야기한 미네즈는 몇 년 전 세질리의 초창기에 저희 단체 관감을 가지고 있다 실종.
Yes, and she's still alive. I read.
얼마 전에 밀항했다고 알려진 강준원 PD 역시 고지를 받은 죄인이라고 생각되어집니다. 소도놈들이 숨겼겠죠.
신성 모독입니다. 입을 막고 손발을 묶는 신에 대한 반역 행위이고
No, against you and the society that you're trying to create.
인류에 대한 배신 행위.
지금 그럼 경찰에 수배 요청하고 사재단 요원들 소집해서
무슨 얘기를 하고 있어요?
Don't talk about it.
공물이나 주고받을 됩니까?
It's not a question of time, it's a question of credibility.
의장님, 그건 제 권한 바뀝니다.
He's so empty, like really. There is nothing into his mind, into his eyes.
가까이 와요.
But he's playing it so well.
지금부터 신을 거역한 불의한 무리를 척결할 때까지.
Oh, you're desperate. The chairman, you know, to do something like that, you're desperate.
실력을 다 바쳐서 신의 의도대로 해놔라.
You look so stupid.
아 형님들 이거 뭐죠? 그런 듯한 법을 바꿔줄 수 없나?
고민해보죠.
고민 좀 해봐요.
나왔어.
아이 개새끼다. 조용히 해!
마포소에서 형사로 활동한 마사축제 기관이었는데 강준호 사라지기 며칠 전부터 강준호 부인한테 돈 갚으라고 협박하던 놈들이 있었다고 합니다. 그게 그냥 강준호는 그 시온 숨기려고 신화를 짰다는 거죠.
새 진료회가 알게 되더라도 아기의 시온은 숨기려고 할 겁니다. 자기들한테 불리한 거니까.
I think so. For now, it's not fitting with their rules.
아기가 태어났다는
You're being killed
자체를
because you're a sinner. But they can change the narrative around
새
that.
진료회 교류에는 원죄나 대속 같은 개념이 없어요. 절대 신생아의 시온은 인정하지 않을 겁니다.
그냥 그건 모르는 거 아니야?
They can say, you know, you committed something and your kid is going to be punished for that.
원죄, 대여섯뿐만 아니라 음식, 탐욕 같은 마음의 죄도 없어요. 만약 그 선을 넘게 되면 포기하거나 이해하지 못하는 사람들이 생기거든요. 시온이 제공하는 공포와 카타르시스가 추동하는 시스템.
Yes, you're right, but you need to tell them the truth, the entire truth. What a surprise.
이 모든 걸 만들고 사라진 사람 정진수 의장은 지금 어디 있을까요?
세계 여행 중이라고 들었는데요.
죽었어요. 사는 전 어딘가에서 실현을 당했을 겁니다.
본인도 고지를 받아놓고 지금 이 거짓 교리를 만들었다는 겁니까? 왜요?
That's what he did.
사람들이 우리의 말을 듣게 하려면 우리에게도 박정자 씨가 필요합니다.
그래서 지금 저한테 무슨 얘기를 하고 싶은 겁니까 지금?
No, because of the interview. Share this during the
인터뷰
interview.
준비하고 싶습니다.
Don't. It would mean that you're just like them and it's not gonna work. Again, they can just change the narrative again, you know,
이걸
against
보여줘야
them.
이 세상을 다시 사람의 것으로 찾을 수가 있다고요.
어? 아니 어쩌라고 그냥 하나. 내가 뭐 씨발
To say that kids can be condemned because of their parents through blood, you know, just to say that and it's enough.
애가 누구냐고 애가! 한 달도 안 되니까 고지를 받았어. 당신들이 편집비랑 다른 게 뭐가 있습니까? 어?
If they are doing that, yes.
어? 당신도 우리가 죽는 거 이용하려고 그러는 거 아니야. 똑같다고 똑같은 새끼들이야 똑같은 새끼들.
I understand the reasons of everyone. I'm more on his side, but he didn't say the entire truth.
그걸 덮어드릴 테니까 당신은 제 아빠 고발합니다. 인터뷰나 계속 찍으면서 사세요.
Because he's gonna be
당신
dead.
되면 될 테니까 결심 참여 알려주세요.